Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. They got a very special video for you guys, and we got breaking news. The Yankees and Carlos Rodon are in agreement on a 6-year, $162 million deal with a full no-trade clause. The Yankees have got Carlos Rodon. Christian, how are you feeling right now?
I don't know what's going on, but the mic's lagging again. Just unplug it. We'll do it without. I could not be more happier, Ryan. This is the move. Obviously, I mean, we had Aaron Judge, right? And that was the move the Yankees had to make. And they got that done, and we were psyched, and we were like, let's go. And then we started to think about what's next. You know, we had Carlos Rodon still out there. And this was the guy. I don't know if there's been a pitcher since Garrett Cole that Yankees fans have wanted this bad. And we got him. And oh my gosh, we're gonna have a lot of fun talking about the rotation and playoff stuff with this guy, but I'm really happy right now.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly is an excellent pitcher.
Unplug the mic.
It is unplugged.
It's all like laggy and stuff. I don't know.
All right, you talk. I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah. So I'll get the deal for you right now. We have Carlos Rodon signing for 6 years and $162 million. John Heyman was actually first with it, and this is why I didn't fully know whether to believe it or not, because it's John Heyman, and he was the one who broke Arson Judge. Although it turned out to be true, and you know this is huge for the Yankees. It's going to be fun to think about the potential starting rotation where you have 4 All-Stars now with Cole, Nestor, Rodon, Severino, and then you have Montauk, and you hope that he can figure it out. You hope. But, I mean, even if he doesn't, that rotation is really good. And this team is now better than last year, which was a 99-win team. And, yeah, that's pretty good.
No, I mean, certainly a huge addition to the team. He's a very, very good player. That rotation is really, really strong. It's really, really deep. Frankie Montas is now your 5th starter. A guy who, wasn't great with the Yankees so far in his short stint, but very, very solid pitcher with Oakland. We know he has a really high ceiling. And just adding a guy like Carlos Rodon really solidifies your rotation and makes it really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I really love it. I think it's perfect. And honestly, I thought the deal was going to be for a little more, I'll be honest. There was talks that it was getting into the 200 range and that Rodon wanted 7. And I think that's what was pretty much the holdup. And especially it's Scott Boras, so he's going to get the most he can for his players. And the fact that the deal ended up where it is was surprising, and honestly, I think kind of a win for the Yankees, especially with how much money we're seeing some of these guys get now in free agency. I honestly think this is a steal almost. I mean, we had guys like Trey Turner, Carlos Correa getting 10 plus year deals. The market's at an all-time high, right?
Yeah.
And to get Carlos Rodon for 6 years, $160 million?
62.
Yeah, and your mic's good now, which is perfect. So, Ryan, now that we can actually hear you, your initial thoughts.
Well, first off, I mean, the mic, it's ruining the perfect moment, but hey, we'll just, we got it settled now, so we're good to go. But I'm in such a good mood right now. I couldn't even care. I think it's some of my Wi-Fi or whatever. but I am ecstatic. I am so happy. This guy he's an unreal, unbelievable pitcher. He has that energy. Big reason why I think the Yankees wanted to bring him in too. They're pretty sure he can thrive in the Bronx environment, thrive in New York, and utilize the fan base and the crowd and feed off that energy and just make it improve his game. He's a really, really solid pitcher. Now you got two all-star lefties in your rotation. You got two of them, not one, but two, and we know how well having lefty pitching in Yankee Stadium is. You got Nestor Cortez, and you now have Carlos Rodon. It's unreal. It's unreal, and I am so happy. And it looks like last couple of days, like I heard the Yankees were always like the number one team involved, and stuff like that. But it looked like it could take a little while before this deal gets made. But then I get a few messages and Rodon's going to the Yanks. I check Instagram and it's true. So I am pumped, and I'm super happy. He's a really really unbelievable pitcher.
Yeah, it's funny because the way, and while you left for a second, I was kind of explaining this, but the way it was going, I didn't love because it was like everyone was saying that it's basically done. Not basically done, but like it's going to be Rodon of the Yankees. But then I just kept saying, why is this not happening? Like, I know it's Scott Boras. I know he's going to try and get the absolute most for his players, but I just didn't love the vibe where it was going.
I think, yeah.
And to be honest, I thought it really was going to be $200+ million and 7 years. I thought teams were willing to go there, and I thought they were going to make the Yankees go there. And I thought that was what the holdup was. But here we are, $162 million over 6 years.
Well, they're really, like, no one was outbidding the Yankees, and people were saying no one was going to go above the Yankees. The Yankees apparently offered a 5-year deal. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But no team was going over that. So Cashman wasn't going to really outbid himself. But I think he did what he needed to do to close out that deal, because you don't want to let that thing, you don't want to let that thing carry on. And it's a really, really solid deal. I think it's a very fair deal for both sides, not only the Yankees. Carlos Rodon, I think it's a very good deal for both parts. And Carlos Rodon has that full no trade clause, which is also really, really big. And he's a Yankee, and I can't wait to see him at the press conference putting on those pinstripes, because the fan base really wanted this guy. I really wanted this guy, and we know why. We've been telling everyone knows why we need Carlos Rodon, and to just officially get him, it really just does. It really just does bring a smile to my face. And I think it's an excellent addition to this club. I think it's really, really, really solidifies that rotation. And, it's just pretty exciting to think about that rotation and come 2023. So, I'm just, Jay Vol in here saying, I just want to cry. I feel the same way. It's just, I'm so happy.
Yeah, I really could just talk for an hour and just describe how happy I am, because this is like what I wanted. We haven't even talked about Carlos Rodon as an actual pitcher. Sub-3 ERA over for the past 2 seasons. He's a lefty with absolutely electric stuff. Like, this is part of why everyone was so high on him. He has like that Garrett Cole, Luis Severino, that factor where they just, if they want to, they can dial it up, And he is an absolute force on the mound. I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to be able to play in New York. There's some guys
Oh yeah.
that you worry a little bit how they're going to handle the pressure. This is a guy who feeds off it. He
Yeah.
wants to be pitching in the postseason, and
Yeah,
he's
he wants
gonna.
the ball.
And I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I love about this, Ryan. This is perfect. He has the it factor. What I
Mm.
love about this, Ryan, we got to see Hal Steinbrenner pony up a little bit, Like,
Mm.
he didn't have to sign Carlos Rodon, right? He could have. He didn't have to sign Carlos Rodon. He could have rolled out Oswaldo Cabrera in left field, which that's a whole nother conversation. We just did a video on that actually today, but he didn't have to make this move. And the Yankees are probably a playoff team again, and they're probably one of the better ones because it's pretty much the same team as the 99 win team last year. Like, he didn't have to do this, but he did it. He went the extra step, and I love it. Now we don't have two aces in our rotation. Or we don't have one. We have two. And Nestor Cortez is on track to be really an ace. You could even
Hey,
consider him
Nestor
one.
Cortez.
Like,
Nestor Cortez. I mean, I would say Nestor Cortez is an ace, man. I mean, he was a legitimate pitcher.
if he has another solid season, I would feel comfortable calling him also an ace. But now we have, I would say we have three guys, Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, and Nestor Cortez. I'm kind of in the same place with all of them. Like, really confident. Throw them out in a playoff series. I feel great. Luis Severino, I really like. I trust him. And then, Frankie Montas, hey, if he figures it out, he's not going to be injured. If he figures it out, who knows, Ryan?
I mean, and Rodon at ERA, just under 3 the past few years, right?
Yes. No, well, not just on. I mean, it was like 2.4, 2.7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And one concern was health. I don't think he missed a start last year, and the year before that, I made like 25 starts. So there's potential. I'm not counting on him to make every start for the next 6 years, although I would feel a lot more better with him than DeGrom.
Oh yeah, and gets a lot of strikeouts. A lot of strikeouts.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have Yankee fans standing up, clapping a lot with 2 strikes. So, I mean, yeah, I mean it's pretty awesome. He's a really, really good pitcher. It's breaking ball. I watched some film on him during the start of the offseason, and what I've seen on film, I mean, his breaking ball it's disgusting. It's absolutely filthy. And it's I mean, I'm just so happy. So
it was the move the Yankees needed. They didn't need to make. It's a move I wanted to see them make.
Yeah, why don't you pull up some stats for everyone? Give them some quick stats, and I'll talk while you're doing that. But I mean, how are you guys feeling in the chat? I mean, I'm seeing it already. Everyone is super stoked. Super stoked. So, I mean, I'm very, very excited. Very excited.
Yeah, I want his baseball savant page, which we know had to be good, or the Yankees wouldn't have signed him. But it's almost more impressive than his actual stats. It's all dark red. He's in the 90th plus percentile in almost every stat.
Wow,
which is really good. I love this, Ryan. I love it. So,
I mean, Christian, I am so happy. I think also another thing is too. I think maybe I don't know. I can't speak for Carlos Rodon, but I think maybe the fan. I mean, from what I saw, so many fans were reaching out to him, expressing how much they wanted his assets to the Bronx,
expressed how much they wanted him as a pitcher, as a person, to be a part of the Yankee family, myself included. I shouted him out in my story a few times. Things, that, just me talking about him, expressing how much I would want him to be a Yankee. And I think, that whole process was very, very helpful. Another thing, too, Carlos Rodon has really, really good numbers in Yankee Stadium. Really, really good numbers. I just got the breaking news from the Yes Network on yeah, and they had they had Hot Stove on today. And then the news broke like right after, so.
Yeah.
But
Ryan,
I
can
mean,
you guess his
I'm
nickname?
what?
Can you guess his nickname?
I believe I've heard it. I don't remember it though.
This is according to Baseball Reference. His nickname is Los.
Los?
Yeah, like Carlos.
Like
Los.
short for Carlos? Los.
We talked about Jake McCarthy in a video that we did today, actually.
Yeah, and we do
Yeah,
apologize for the we're having a little bit of technical difficulties lately,
Yeah.
as you saw when I joined. So, we do
It's still a
apologize.
little buggy. We'll keep it short. I'll give you guys some information on Carlos Rodon, sort of debrief him. So he was drafted by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 16th round of the 2011 MLB amateur draft. And then, I'm sorry. So then he went to college. Then
Yeah.
The Chicago White Sox drafted him in the first round in the 2014 draft. And then, so 2020, with the White Sox, he was... So with the White Sox, he was basically like a middle-of-the-road pitcher. His strikeout numbers actually were pretty good, but he never really broke through. He wasn't bad, wasn't great. And
He was
then
good solid.
Yeah, so 2019, he's hurt almost the entire season. 2020, he only makes 2 starts.
2021, he was good. He was pretty good.
So then 2021, and this is his contract year. He has a very, very good season, posting a 2.37 ERA in 24 starts. So now let me walk you through Carlos Rodon's mindset here a bit. He's coming off a really good season. He did miss 7 starts, so he probably could have gotten, I don't know, $50 million contract, $70 million contract. He wouldn't have gotten anything big because it was his first year that he actually did something, and he only did it in 24 starts. So it's nothing to be slept on, but he said, you know what? I'm going to sign a 1-year deal. I'm going to prove myself again, and then I'm going to get $160 million from the Yankees. And he did just that. He signed a 1-year deal with the Giants and posted a 2.88 ERA and made 31 starts. So I assume didn't even miss a start, which is awesome.
I mean, he's really
That's
really
Carlos
good.
Rodon. Now he's a Yankee, and I guess the future will be decided by him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really, really excited, Christian. I really, really am. If you could find his official numbers in Yankee Stadium, because I've seen it. I know it's very good. I just don't know the exact numbers. So if you could find that for them, that would be, I think, great. Sign Eovaldi? Nah. Montas is your guy. You gave up a lot for him. You can't just get rid of him like that. I mean, the fan base was gonna flip if we signed Eovaldi and missed out on Rodon.
Well, okay, so I got you. Carlos Rodon is 3-0 with a 2.16 ERA in 4 career starts at Yankee Stadium, and the one no decision was 6 innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 runs, 13 Ks. And a cool stat: Carlos Rodon surrendered 12 home runs in 2022, and 6 of those would have left Yankee Stadium. So
He's a good pitcher. He's a really
we could probably keep it kind of short here. Obviously, super pumped about this. What do you want to leave? What do you want to leave everyone with, Ryan? What's next?
Well, I'm gonna celebrate this for a little bit. Celebrate it tomorrow a little bit. But I think what's next is bring back Benny Blanco, and then you do that, and then I think you get creative with what's next. So I'm very ecstatic. I'm super happy, and Carlos Rodon is a member of the New York Yankees. So sleep tight. You're going to have a good sleep. I'm going to have a good sleep. Let's go Yankees. Rodon's a Yankee. Let's go Yankees.